Hello, I'm Dawn, also known as That Mom of Four on Instagram. I have 4 daughters, and I'm also a business owner, a yoga teacher, and yeah, I also do a lot of other things, but I always balance out everything else in my life to make sure that in everything that I do, it is sustainable. Social media, it never was the intention to grow it big, but just more so to share what I do in my life, and for me to look back and just remember the good times through photos, through videos, and just organically it just grew, and I never thought that what I shared would speak so dearly or so clearly to many people who currently still ask me questions and relate to what I do. My career, mainly running my yoga studio here, as well as teaching classes, being a mom to my 4 girls. Obviously, that's my most important job. But really just at the moment, how it has grown, being on Instagram, is also to share about how I balance out everything. So sharing very authentically what I do to help me be able to sustain what I do, being a mom, being an entrepreneur, and yet still having a life and enjoying it. That's what I kind of do every day. Fitness is of utmost importance to me because it is going to help me be able to perform my roles to my best ability. I don't want to fall sick. I want to have the strength to do everything that I do. So to maintain that, I make sure that I spend at least 20 minutes each day doing something to move all my joints, to train my muscles, to just get my body moving in other ways than just sitting down or walking. So I do yoga, I do Pilates, I spend time on an aerial hammock, I run, I swim, anything that gets my body being trained in the most holistic way possible. And of course, I watch my food intake as well. I have given birth to 4 daughters, and with each and every pregnancy and delivery, I do lose a lot of hair, one more so than the previous. So it came to a point after my 4th daughter that that was being a bit ridiculous already, losing so much hair and then not really seeing the hair regrowth. So when I was recommended to go to Glower by one of my friends, actually it was through social media, I went on my first visit and I really enjoyed it. It's not just relaxing, but I actually feel like I was being taken care of, and whenever I asked the question, it was answered, like, what are you putting on my head? What are you doing now? They are able to answer every question. So that made me feel really assured when I went just on my first trip. So I've been going back ever since. Coming to Glower, I have not gone for any other hair treatments at other facilities. Well, what is happening now is the treatments are working, so I don't see any need to go to anywhere else. So I'll just continue this. How do I find the customer service at Glower? Exceptional. I think we've become like friends, and it's never just like go in, get my treatment done and go out. We do chat, we get to know one another, and it's a very welcoming environment where I don't feel like they're just talking to me because I'm there as a client, but they do ask me like how are things going, and they remember. So I feel very welcome, I feel very comfortable when I'm there. Yeah, so that's my experience. Very, very nice environment. Making an appointment is really convenient. I usually do it with a phone call, and when the appointment is made, I do get a reminder the day before or 2 days before, and this is done every fortnight. So I make a trip down every 2 weeks to get my treatment done, and appointments are done at the end of the treatment. So it's a consistent thing that goes on. They'll follow up. Getting to the clinic, I drive, so parking is not an issue around that area, although even in the mornings, I don't see a problem getting there at all, and it's located in a shopping mall, so not difficult to find parking or the location, and that's what's keeping me going back there, because of the convenience. When I visit the facility, when I visit Glower, 2 staff usually take care of me. One is the consultant who follows up with my treatments and shows me my progress, and the other is the technician, the therapist, who does the actual treatment for me. Treatments usually take no longer than 2 hours from start to finish, including the wash, the massage, which I really love, the treatment itself, which can involve sometimes the lotions or the tonic that's applied onto my scalp, and then the blow drying. Oftentimes, it will also include a steam treatment, and the laser therapy. I actually also have the laser therapy done at home with a rental cap. I visit once a fortnight, unless I'm traveling, but I do try my best to be there every once a fortnight. It isn't just me who has noticed, my family members have noticed as well that I have more volume in my hair. I do notice that I have more baby hair as well. And in fact, just like my last consult with the therapist, she was using a scanner on my scalp, and I could see that I have more hair growing out of each follicle, and that is really comforting to know. Have the results surprised me? Yes, because I thought that a lot of my follicles were dead the very first time that I had the check done. So to see that where part of my scalp used to be shining, and that was not a really good sign. The areas that used to be shining and lack of hair have now got hair growing on it. So it did surprise me in a very, very good way, and I'm only looking forward to more changes. The best parts of the in-house treatment, the scalp massage, and the application of the lotion, which has got mulberry extracts inside. Oh, the smell is so good. I actually had to ask them, what is that? What is inside this lotion? And the technician actually could answer that for me. So yeah, it's mulberry. It's very cooling, very relaxing. One of the treatments that I do on my own outside of Glower Clinic is actually the laser cap therapy. So I use it every 2 days for about 30 minutes each time. When I first started, I had to start off with a shorter duration, and then gradually that increased. So at this point, I'm using it every other day for 30 minutes each time. And sometimes I even use it when I'm driving or when I'm at home working. It's really convenient, and I can actually feel the stimulation to my scalp, to my hair follicles whenever I use it. The treatments fit in with my lifestyle so seamlessly because it's not far from where I work. In fact, it's just a very short, less than 10 minutes drive from where I am. It's actually in central Singapore. So to say it's far, anywhere you live in Singapore, it's actually in central Singapore. It can't be far. And like I mentioned earlier, parking is not an issue at all. So it's really convenient to get there. And you just have to make time. Just like with anything that's important, if you really want to see changes, you will make time for it. And even when I'm away, the treatments can still continue because I have the laser cap that I can bring anywhere with me. So even if I'm on a plane, all I have to do is put the cap on, put another cap on, so nobody even knows when I'm getting a laser therapy going on. Very convenient. When it comes to taking care of myself, hair care, skin care, mental wellness, everything comes in together. The way I eat, my diet. As long as one of them is out of balance, you're not going to feel great about yourself. No matter how good you eat, or no matter how much sleep you get, if you have severe hair fall problems, your confidence just drops, you're not going to want to go out, you're not going to enjoy fully what you're doing. Similarly, if you have everything else in place, but your diet is just out the window, you're suffering from low blood sugar, or you're having diabetes caused by dietary habits, you're not going to enjoy life to your fullest as well. Everything has to be taken care of. It's all interrelated. And you have to make time to take care of all aspects in order to really live life to the fullest. What was my opinion of the hair care industry before I started at Glower? I never thought so much about it because I thought a lot of it had to do with genetics. I thought a lot of it had to do with postnatal hormonal changes, and very little could be done about it. But Glower has changed my mind about it. Seeing how my hair regrowth has improved so much, it has made me feel like even if you have lost a lot of your hair, and mine was actually quite bad as well. To see this amount of hair regrowth, I am very confident. I am very assured that to a certain extent, yes, you can blame it on genetics, you can blame it on your diet, you can blame it on postnatal hormonal changes, but if you never try, you never know the kind of changes that you can also see. So it's really just taking the first step. Before I started my program at Glower, I did some research. All I knew was they're trichologists. They've been around for 30 years already. It's actually part of Ashley & Martin that has 23 outlets around Southeast Asia, around Asia Pacific. So yes, they have quite an extensive network of outlets. It's been around for a while, so that does add on to the confidence that I have going to Glower. I would absolutely recommend Glower to any female friends, acquaintance, anyone who's looking to improve the hair growth, improve your hair regrowth, to just feel more confident about yourself. It definitely has made a change for me. I have used other treatments before, like hair tonics. Didn't work at all. Head massages, special brushes, it doesn't work, but this one does. So you don't have to waste time, and it's something that I would very confidently tell people, like, just give it a try and you'll be surprised.